Will this next story be the death of diesel? The worldwide emissions crackdown on car makers. The US sued Fiat Chrysler yesterday for cheating on tests. German police raided Daimler. Motorists are fuming. Millions of them sold what they thought was more environmentally friendly. But the nitrous oxide emitted by diesel engines regularly exceeds safe limits in over 80 German cities. Courts are forcing the likes of Berlin, Munich, Hamburg and Stuttgart to do something about it. If strict new standards aren't met, there could be bans. Now, there are over 15 million diesels on German roads. It's believed inner-city bans could reduce that number or affect around 6 million of them. That's a lot. And the uncertainty is showing up in sales. The newly registered number of diesels here has fallen by nearly 20%.
Munich car dealers like Kenan Kivan are afraid many used diesel vehicles could soon face a ban. This one stood on his lot for weeks because it only fulfills the Euro 5 emission standards. But new Euro 5 diesels were still being sold in Germany as recently as 2015. Now potential customers are avoiding them. People buying diesels only want cars that fulfill the newer, stricter Euro 6 norms. That's why we've taken the initiative to limit our inventory to Euro 6 vehicles. A Bavarian court recently ruled that authorities have to draft a ban on Euro 5 vehicles because EU clean air guidelines say emissions levels are too high here in the city. That would mean hundreds of thousands of late-model diesels would not be allowed in the inner city for days or even weeks at a time. From our point of view, this is a heavy blow for consumers. They have to pay for what car makers and politicians got wrong in the past several years. Until 2 years ago, until August of 2015, Euro 5 norm cars were sold as new models. Now suddenly these models don't meet the latest standards. Alarms are sounding for Munich taxi companies too. More than 80% of the taxis here use diesel engines. Many are hoping taxis will be given an exemption and will slide through any diesel ban unscathed. I believe a ban like this for taxi drivers is questionable. We already have so many other regulations to deal with. Now all of a sudden we have to worry about this. Environmentally aware taxi drivers like Gregor Beinert said goodbye to diesel engines a long time ago. He's gone hybrid. His Toyota Prius taxi used to raise eyebrows here, but now Beinert has a clear advantage. German car makers don't have anything comparable on offer. Unfortunately, it's looking very bleak in the German car industry. We have to look to the Japanese to see if they have something, or maybe the Koreans, but we can't find anything on the German market. Some 600,000 diesel-powered vehicles are registered in Munich alone. In all of Germany, the number of cars facing inner-city bans could reach into the millions.